Marlena Dietrich, Fred McMurray.
The Gulf Screen Guild Theater. Your host, the director of the Star's own theater, Roger Pryor.
Good evening, everyone. Your neighborhood good Gulf dealer and the Gulf Oil Companies welcome you to the Gulf Screen Guild Theater. Tonight we bring you Marlena Dietrich and Fred McMurray in one of the most amusing stories ever screened, Desire. This is Marlena's first radio appearance of the year, marking another Gulf Theater first. The Gulf Theater is the only theater that can bring you all your favorite stars, ladies and gentlemen, because in return for their performances, Gulf contributes generously to the Motion Picture Relief Fund, which, as you know, is providing a home for the many unfortunate people in all branches of the picture industry who can no longer provide for themselves. That burst of applause is for our two stars who just entered from the wings. Frank Tours is ready to conduct Oscar Bradley's Gulf Orchestra in the opening theme of Desire, in which Marlena Dietrich plays the role of Madeline and Fred McMurray plays Tom. I play the part of Dr. Henderson. Downbeat Frank, and the show is on. The story starts in the exclusive shop of Henry Duval, the jeweler. The great Duval himself is showing pearl necklaces to a strange woman. A woman he's never seen before. A silky voiced, beautiful woman, strikingly dressed.
This, madame, is the finest string of pearls in America. It is the celebrated Eldridge necklace.
They are exactly what I've been looking for, Mr. Duval.
I believe I have not had the pleasure of serving you before. Mrs.
Henderson.
Not Mrs. Whitford Henderson.
Yes. You know the name?
But who doesn't know it? The great Dr. Henderson, the famous nerve specialist?
How much is the necklace?
Only $200,000, madame.
Most reasonable, Mr. Duval. If you will bring it to Dr. Henderson's office at 6 o'clock, he'll give you the check.
Thank you, madame. I will be there at 6 o'clock sharp. It will be a great pleasure to meet the great Dr. Henderson.
The great nerve specialist, Dr. Henderson, is visited at his office by a woman he's never seen before. A silky voiced, beautiful woman, strikingly dressed. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Please sit down, Mrs.
Mrs. Duval.
Not Mrs. Henry Duval.
Yes, Dr. Henderson. You know the name?
Well, who hasn't heard the name of the great jeweler, Henry Duval?
It is about Henry that I've come to you, Dr. Henderson. Oh, Doctor, it is dreadful.
There, Mrs. Duval. I'm sure I can help you. Now tell me all about it.
Well, Doctor, for the past few weeks, Henry has been having, I suppose you'd call them, hallucinations.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe them?
Well, he sometimes imagines he's a schoolgirl running away from school.
Mm-hmm.
And he's given up pajamas and taken to wearing nightgowns.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like it either. Oh, it all seems so hopeless.
Not at all, not at all. We'll have him out of his nightgowns and into his pajamas in no time.
I asked him to meet me here at 6 o'clock. I thought it would be less trying for him to see you after your office hours. No people about, you know.
Yes, of course.
And one other thing.
Yes?
Don't be surprised if he presents you with a bill. He does it everywhere. And to people he never even met before. It's so embarrassing.
You just leave that to me.
Perhaps I'd better wait for him outside in your waiting room.
Certainly, Mrs. Duval. You just let me know when you arrive.
Good evening, Mr. Duval. You're right on time.
I try to be prompt, Mrs. Henderson.
The doctor's in his office. He'll see you in a moment.
Thank you.
You, brought the pearls?
Of course.
May I see them once more?
Oh, with pleasure.
Oh, it is a beautiful necklace, isn't it? I can't wait to put it on. May I?
Oh, allow me. Well, very beautiful. A perfect setting for perfect pearls.
Thank you. And now shall we see my husband?
Oh, certainly.
May we come in?
Come in.
May I introduce Dr. Henderson, Mr. Duval?
How do you do?
Charmed.
Perhaps I'd better leave you two gentlemen alone for a while.
Perhaps it would be better.
I'm sure it'll be. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Please be seated, Mr. Duval. Henry Duval, right?
Just make it out to Duval and Company.
Duval and Company. Oh, uh-huh.
Here is the bill.
$200,000. Mr. Duval, how do you sleep?
How do I sleep? Oh, fine. And you?
Oh, fine, thank you. Yes. Which side do you sleep on? Your left?
No.
Your right?
No.
On your back?
No. Really, Doctor, I can't see what difference...
I'm very sorry, but you must answer my questions clearly. Now, which side do you sleep on?
I sleep on my stomach.
Why don't you like pajamas?
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 If you just give me my check and let me go...
Why
please.
do you want $200,000?
For the pearls I just gave your wife.
Now, listen to me. You didn't give any pearls to my wife. I haven't got a wife.
You're crazy.
Where do you buy your nightgowns?
Nightgowns? I never bought a nightgown in my life. I'm a bachelor.
And that beautiful woman who just left this room, who is she?
She's your wife.
Oh, no, she's your wife.
I tell you, she's your wife.
She's your wife.
She's your wife. She's your wife.
Better slow down a little, Madeline. We don't want to get picked off by some speed cop.
Why are you so nervous, Olga?
Well, you've been at this game as long as I have. You'll know enough to be nervous. If we get caught, we'll get 5 years.
No, 7. I looked it up. But don't worry, nothing's gone wrong so far. I've got the pearls and we're headed for Mexico.
Yes, but it's still a long way to the border. Where are the pearls?
Right here in my purse.
I wish they were safe in Carlos' pocket in Mexico City. The swine. There he sits, and we take all the risk.
Oh, stop worrying, Olga. I'm going to pass that blue roadster. Oh, dear, my horn is stuck.
Hey, stop honking. If you want to pass me, pass me.
My horn is stuck!
Oh, well, stop. I'll fix it for you.
Can you fix it?
Oh, sure. I'm an automobile designer.
Can you fix it?
He said he could.
Well, hurry up. It's killing me.
I'll have it in a minute.
Leave him alone, Olga.
It's driving me nuts.
There you are. It's very simple. There you are. It's very simple.
Thank you. I don't know what we'd have done.
Oh, don't mention it. It was a pleasure. Very annoying, these horns, aren't they? Noisy and, my name's Tom Bradley.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Oh, not at all. You going south, Miss?
We are not certain.
Neither am I. You know, I was just thinking, your horn might get stuck again any minute, and it might be sort of a good idea if I followed you.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean just to take care of your horn.
Oh, no, please. I wouldn't think of taking you out of your way.
Oh, it wouldn't be taking me out of my way. You see, I'm on a vacation. I don't care where I go.
That's fine. We happen to be going the other way.
Thank you again, and goodbye.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Goodbye. Lovely. South of the border, down Mexico way. I'll bet that
That Mr. Bradley is still following us, Olga. He's been right behind us all the way from Dallas.
He's got a gleam in his eye that would start a 3-alarm fire.
He is rather attractive, though, don't you think?
No, I don't. Got more crust than a loaf of fresh bread.
Well, we'll probably lose him when we get across the border and into Mexico. That lineup of cars ahead must be the customs place. Do you think it would be a good place to leave the necklace in my purse?
Sure. They only give things a quick once-over at the Mexico border. Hey, better slow up. That customs officer's flagging us down.
All right.
Keep in line, please. Pull up close behind this other car for inspection, miss.
Hey, this don't look so hard. Ask him what goes on.
Officer,
Yes, miss?
will we be delayed long?
That all depends, miss. Have all luggage open and ready for inspection, please.
Don't like the way he said that.
Neither do I. We have been told to look for something, and 10 to 1, it's the necklace.
We've got to get it out of your purse and plant it somewhere.
Olga, take the wheel.
Huh?
I've got an idea. It's our only chance.
Wait. Where are you going?
Mr. Bradley just drove us behind us in the blue roadster. I'm going to ride with him.
I don't get it.
They're looking for a girl and a pearl necklace. Well, when they search me, I won't have the necklace.
Why don't you?
Because I'm slipping it into Mr. Bradley's coat pocket.
Hey, that's taking an awful long chance.
Don't worry. After we're safe across the border, I'll pick his pocket and get it back. I'll meet you in Mexico City, and I'll have the necklace.
You better have it. Carlos wants this necklace bad. I'm afraid he won't appreciate any slip-up.
Look out. Here comes Mr. Bradley. See you in Mexico City.
Hello there. Oh, you getting out? Allow me.
Thank you.
There we are. Say, you're more than I expected. You know, this is the first time I've seen you late. I mean, this is the first time I've seen you standing up.
It does feel good to walk about a bit.
It does, doesn't it? The heat's really bracing, don't you think?
You're very charming, Mr. Bradley.
Oh, do you think so? You want to know something?
Yes.
I don't know your name.
Madeleine Beaupré.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you. I mean, really meet you.
Just wait for examinations, please. You're next, miss.
Thank you, officer. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Bradley. I stumbled.
Oh, it's nothing to be sorry about.
Did I hurt you?
Hurt me? You were bumping into me, hurt me? Oh, it was wonderful.
You're so kind and understanding.
Oh, well, thanks.
And so strong.
Oh, well, yeah.
I have a wonderful idea. But I don't know whether I dare suggest it.
Oh, well, go right ahead.
I'm so tired of driving. I think it would be fun to ride in your car for a little way.
To ride in my car? You mean you do that? Hey, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. That'd be swell. Off the border, down Mexico way. You comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Happy?
Uh-huh. You know, you really shouldn't have taken off your coat.
Oh, you've been worrying all day about my taking off that coat.
I'm afraid you'll catch cold. You men are all alike. You're like children. There you were, wearing a coat, and I left you alone for just a moment to have my luggage examined. And the next thing I knew...
The coat was in the suitcase. What of it?
And, where is the suitcase?
Oh, it's back in the luggage compartment. South of the border. Down. You comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Happy?
Uh-huh.
You like me a little better now, don't you? You know, I guess I sort of grow on people. I remember a few years ago I met a girl who didn't like me at first, but I grew on her.
And what happened?
She sued me.
I'm afraid you're a Don Juan.
You want to know something?
I think so.
You won't be angry now. It's kind of fresh.
Go ahead.
Well, I wish we could be stranded right here on the road for 10 days without a soul around us.
Why, Mr. Brad?
No, I can't help it. That's what I wish.
Are you sure you aren't taking cold?
Does that really worry you?
It does, really.
Oh, boy. Why?
Well, 3 reasons. First, I like you, and I shouldn't like to see you ill. Second, if you get a cold, I may catch it sitting so close to you. And third, my hands are getting cold, and it would be nice to have a pocket to put them into.
Oh. Well, if you're cold, I guess I'll have to do something about it.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, I just pressed the button and put up the automatic top.
Oh, but the coat.
Oh, I won't need it now with the top up.
Oh.
You comfortable now?
Uh-huh.
You happy?
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy. South of the border, down Mexico way.
So the Gulf curtain falls on what may very well be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. During the brief moment before the Gulf curtain rises on Act 2, here's a handsome young fellow with a twinkle in his eye and a lot on his mind.
Thanks,
Bud?
Roger. Well, folks, when Jack Frost gets busy all the way from Maine to Texas, you certainly need a quick-starting team to get your car going on cold mornings. Especially since every time your starter has to grind away turning over the motor, it runs down the battery that much more. And with the shorter distances and additional night driving of winter, your battery doesn't charge up nearly so fast either. So, to save your battery and to save your own time and temper, better make sure not only that you have winter-grade Gulf Pride in your crankcase, but that you also have quick-starting Gulf No-Nox in your gas tank. Gulf Pride motor oil does its part of the job by letting your motor turn over freely and easily, and by protecting it even after it's warmed up. Gulf No-Nox does its part of the job by firing quickly, even inside a stone-cold cylinder, and by giving you plenty of smooth, quiet power. So this winter, be sure to keep those two quick-starting partners working for you. Keep your car starting easily and running well with Gulf Pride motor oil and Gulf No-Nox gasoline.
And now the curtain of the Gulf Theater rises on the second act of Desire, starring Marlena Dietrich as Madeline Beaupre and Fred McMurray as Tom Bradley. It's 3 days later. Madeline and her adopted Aunt Olga have arrived in Mexico City, where they are to meet Carlos, head of a gang of international jewel thieves. But the reason for their meeting, the $200,000 pearl necklace stolen from the jeweler Henry Duval in New York, still reposes in the coat pocket of Tom Bradley, just where it has been ever since Madeline put it there when they crossed the border. As our second act opens, Madeline is trying to explain the matter to Tom.
Carlos, I tell you there was no other way. If I hadn't slipped the necklace into his pocket, Olga and I would have been caught at the border.
I'm not complaining about that. What I want to know is this. Why haven't you recovered it?
I haven't had a chance.
Now listen to me, Madeleine. I want those pearls, and I'm going to have them. You will invite Mr. Bradley to have dinner with us tonight. You'll wear this imitation string of pearls and introduce me as Uncle Carlos. Also, you will see if Mr. Bradley is dressed in the right coat. You understand?
Yes, Carlos, I understand.
I hope you do. Because if anything goes wrong tonight, Mr. Bradley may have an accident. Do I make myself clear? Now go and find him. Another spot of brandy, Mr. Bradley.
Yes, thanks.
Madeleine tells me you are an automobile designer.
That's right. What's your line?
Oh, I've retired. I travel around and amuse myself with a hobby or two.
Oh. What kind of hobbies?
Well, magic for one. I know quite a few tricks, don't I, Madeleine?
Yes, Uncle Carlos. Why did you do one for Mr. Bradley?
Yeah, go ahead. I like magic.
All right. Let me see. Madeleine, may I have your pearls for a moment?
Of course. Here.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Bradley, you see these pearls in my hand. Huh? Now, watch closely. 1, 2, 3, presto.
You see, they're gone.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Now, where can the lost necklace be? Under the table? No. In my hand? No. Mr. Bradley, will you kindly look in the left pocket of your coat?
Huh? Oh, sure. Well, I'll be darned. How did they get in my pocket?
Ah, that's the trick, Mr. Bradley. I'll take them, please. Thank you. Now, if you both excuse me, I'll do another trick and make myself disappear. Adios.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, he's a pretty clever guy, isn't he?
Yes. But now I think you'd better say good night, too.
Oh, not yet. It's early. Don't make me go yet. Look, let's go out on the balcony for a minute and get some of that Mexican air, huh?
But, well, all right. But just for a minute.
Swell night, isn't it? Look at the moon.
It's wonderful. It's a beautiful night.
Yeah.
You seem nervous.
Do I? I guess I am.
Why should you be nervous?
I don't know. I didn't know I had a nerve in my body until tonight. Madeline, listen. This is the first vacation I've had in my life, and in a few days I'll have to be back in Detroit, and all the fun will be over.
You know, Mr. Bradley, the moon is very becoming to you.
Oh, you're not even listening.
Oh, yes, I heard everything you said. I heard more than you said.
Did you hear that I love you?
Yes.
I'm crazy about you, Madeline. It's hit me all of a sudden. I'm in love with you. For 3 days we've been together, and now I don't want to be away from you ever.
Come here, Tom.
No, you come here. If you come here, I'll know that... Madeline. And to think that 3 days ago, I didn't know anything about you.
You didn't even exist.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
You're going to marry me.
Oh, Tom, darling. Let's run away from here.
Yeah.
Let's go far away. Chile, Africa, Australia.
Detroit. We're going to Detroit. I have my word.
Oh, of course you have, dear.
And I have a headache.
Olga.
Oh, hello, Aunt Olga.
It's bad enough having to drive all that distance alone without having to listen to you two mooning on the balcony. Get out of here, young man. I have something to say to Madeline.
Better go, Tom.
All right.
I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, see you in the morning. Good night.
Good night, dear.
Good night, sweetheart.
Well, I've talked to Carlos, and he feels great. He has the pearls, so that's settled. Now, what about this business?
You mean Tom?
Mm-hmm. It's serious, huh?
Very serious.
That's what I thought.
He wants me to go away with him. Marry him.
Well?
I'm going to do it, Olga. You and Carlos can sell the necklace. I don't want any part of it.
Carlos won't let you run out on him. He needs you to finish this deal.
If I want to go, how can he hold me?
He has ways. Oh, look, Madeline. Get wise to yourself. It's no good. I was in love once with a doctor in Los Angeles. And we used to dream what you're dreaming now. And then right in the dream, I'd feel a hand on my shoulder. The hand of the police.
You didn't ever tell him about yourself?
No. Told him I had a husband in Chicago. That I had to go back to him. That way I didn't spoil it. I couldn't tell him the truth.
I've got to tell Tom the truth.
That's what you think now. But when the time comes, don't forget the story about a husband in Chicago. Good night, kid.
Tom, please sit down. I've something I've got to tell you.
I know. You love me and you lay awake all last night thinking about me, huh?
Please don't joke. I'm serious. Very serious.
Oh. Okay, let's hear it.
I don't know just how to tell you.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, let me look at you. Have you been crying?
No, of course not. It's just... Tom. I'm married.
Married? You're kidding.
No, it's true. I should have told you before, but I didn't want to hurt you. And I tried to tell myself it wasn't wrong to steal a few days of happiness. My aunt made me see differently. We must never see each other again.
No, you don't mean that.
Yes. Don't you see it's for the best? We must be grateful for the memory of a beautiful adventure.
And now I suppose you're going back to your husband.
I must. It's my duty.
Where is he?
In Chicago.
And what about Aunt Olga and Uncle Carlos? Will they go too?
I suppose so.
And the pearls?
Yes, they're... The what?
The pearl necklace that was stolen in New York and that you slipped into my pocket at the border.
You mean you've known all about them?
Sure I have.
But why didn't you say something?
Oh, and scare you away? Look, I only get 4 weeks vacation. I couldn't go chasing you all over Mexico, you know. Besides, do you think I wanted the girl I love to travel with those two vultures?
The girl you love? Well, don't make fun of me, Tom. You know what I am.
You mean I know what you tried to be and couldn't? You're not a real thief. You're a rank amateur. Those two crooks sold you a bill of goods, and I've just been sticking around here waiting for you to get wise to them. Say, who cooked up that story about the husband in Chicago?
Olga.
Oh, that's what I thought. What about the necklace?
Carlos.
He has it, huh? Mm-hmm. Check. Now let's go and pay him a little visit.
Oh, no, Tom, we can't.
Oh, come on. I want to show Uncle Carlos I'm somewhat of a magician myself.
Get out of here, Bradley. What right have you to break in my room this way?
I came for that pearl necklace, Uncle Carlos.
Please, Carlos, we've got to have it. Our whole lives depend on it.
Don't make me laugh.
Are you going to hand it over?
You think I'm crazy? You're a fool, Bradley, if you're in love with this girl. And you're twice a fool if you think I'm going to give you the necklace.
Now, look, Uncle Carlos, I don't want to argue.
Not I with you. Get out, both of you.
All right. We'll go in a minute. Oh, but first I want to show you a little magic of my own.
What do you mean?
Well, look. Now, you see this hand? Now, watch closely. Now it's a fist.
Look out, the gun.
Now I draw the fist back and Hand is quicker than the gun, see? Quick, Madeline, get the pearls out of his pocket.
Here they are. What about the gun?
Oh, I'll leave it there. Maybe he'll wake up and shoot himself. Now, come on, lady. We aren't finished yet. We're heading back to New York.
Yes, Pierre, what is it?
A lady and gentleman. They have asked for your personal attention.
Ah, they wish to purchase something very special and very expensive, no doubt. I will go to them, Pierre. Monsieur, madame, I Henri Duval am at your... So, it's you again.
How do you do, Mr. Duval? Allow me to introduce my fiancé, Tom Bradley.
Hello. Hey, look, what have you got in the way of wedding rings?
Wedding rings! Wedding rings! What about my beautiful pearl necklace?
Oh, we don't want to buy a pearl necklace.
No. The pearl necklace you stole worth $200,000.
Stole? Mr. Duval, you are either joking or crazy.
Oh, you will find out I am not joking.
Oh, then you admit you're crazy, huh?
Yes. No! Who's crazy?
When did you first dream about this necklace, Mr. Duval?
Police!
Mr. Duval, you must answer Mr. Bradley's
Which
question.
side do you sleep on? Your left?
Do you wear pajamas or nightgowns?
That is none of my business. You can talk till you're black in the eyes, but you can't put the wool over my face and make me believe I am not crazy.
Poor
Mr.
man.
Duval, what makes you think your pearls were stolen?
Oh, what makes me think? Because they are gone.
No. Look, I don't believe it. You know what I think? I think they're right in your coat pocket.
In my coat pocket? You are the one who was crazy. Look, in the right one there is nothing but a checkbook. In the left one there is nothing but mon Dieu, the necklace.
There, you see? You better do something about yourself, Mr. Duval.
Yes, before it's too late.
Yeah, sure. Well, now, how about the wedding ring?
One moment. Pierre!
Yes, Monsieur Duval?
You will take care of the customers. I must see Dr. Henderson immediately. Oh, it is unbelievable. The great Henri Duval has gone crazy as a March herring. Good day, madame. Monsieur?
What is with him?
With him, it's straitjackets. With us, it's wedding rings. Trot them on, will you?
Oui, monsieur. Will Madame try this one for size?
Of course. There.
Comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Happy?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going on honeymoon?
But of course, there's only one place we
Oh,
could
but
go.
of course. South of the border, down Mexico way.
Thank you, Marlena Dietrich and Fred McMurray, for a swell performance. And thank you, too, Helen Deutsch, for a grand radio script. And now, come in.
Mr. Pryor?
Yeah?
I have a telegram here from Miss Dietrich. It's from thousands of men all over America.
Oh, what is it? Well, that's the first time I ever heard a whistling telegram.
I think it was awfully charming, don't you, Bud?
Uh-huh. I sent it.
Thank you. Remind me to give you a kiss later.
Oh, no. You kiss me now.
All right, if you insist. But, Bud, why did you make me kiss you now? I would have kissed you later. Don't you believe me?
Oh, sure, Marlena, but you see, the trouble is with most people is they just keep putting things off and putting them off, and then they forget all about it. Not you particularly, but most people are procrastinators, including me. Why, take so many motorists, for instance. They just keep putting off getting their cars ready for winter until it's too late, and whango, they get whanged right square in the pocketbook with an expense that could have been avoided. So, look, play safe, Go to your good Gulf dealers tomorrow, first thing, and have him give your car that Gulf Winter Guard service. Your radiator will be filled with Gulf's permanent type antifreeze that just can't boil away. Your transmission and differential will be specially lubricated so that your gears will shift smoothly and easily. Your car's chassis will be Gulf flexed so that you'll get a gentle, quiet ride. And finally, you'll get Gulf's quick-starting twins, Gulf Pride motor oil in your crankcase, and Gulf no-nox gasoline in your gas tank. And then you're really ready for old man winter. You get real protection against expensive repair bills, you get real quick starting, and you have a better riding automobile. So stop at the sign of the Gulf Orange Disc tomorrow for Gulf Winter Guard service.
And now, folks, here's what the Gulf Theater has in store for you next week. 4 great stars. James Cagney, Joan Bennett, Brian Donlevy, and George Tobias in that sizzling scorcher of the tropics, Torrid Zone. So let's make it a date for next week. Remember, Torrid Zone with James Cagney, Joan Bennett, Brian Donlevy, George Tobias, and Frank Tours conducting Oscar Bradley's Gulf Orchestra. Until then, this is Roger Pryor saying good night, everyone, for your neighborhood good Gulf Theater.
Next week, listen to the Gulf Theater and hear James Cagney, Joan Bennett, Brian Donlevy, and George Tobias in Torrid Zone. Marlena Dietrich will soon be seen in Seven Sinners. Fred McMurray's latest for Paramount is Virginia, soon to be released. Bud Houston speaking. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Joan Bennett, James Cagney, Brian Donlevy, George Tobias.
The Gulf Screen Guild Theater. Your host, the director of the Star's own theater, Roger Pryor.
Good evening, everyone. Your neighborhood good Gulf dealer and the Gulf Oil Companies welcome you once again to the Gulf Screen Guild Theater. Tonight, the Gulf Theater stars James Cagney, Joan Bennett, Brian Donlevy, and George Tobias. The story is that sizzling tropical scorcher Torrid Zone. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, the stars who appear here in the Gulf Theater donate their talents. In return, Gulf gives generously to the Motion Picture Relief Fund. And this money is used to provide for those people in any branch of the motion picture industry who may be in need of help. That applause is for our stars who have just taken their places before the Gulf microphone. And so, on with Torrid Zone, starring Joan Bennett as Lee Donnelly, James Cagney as Nick Butler, Brian Donlevy as Steve Case, and George Tobias as Rosario. I'll try out the dialect of Captain Rodriguez. Frank Tours conducts Oscar Bradley's Gulf Orchestra in the overture, and the show is on. Midday sun of the Torrid Zone beats down fiercely on the jail of the little Central American banana port of Puerto Aguilar. In adjoining cells are Lee Donnelly, a cafe entertainer from the States, and Rosario, the greatest bandit in all Central America. As our story opens, they're talking to the bar.
Okay, Rosie Posey, you have now learned the great American pastime called poker, and you owe me exactly $200.
All right, I pay you the very next time I raid Senor Casey's banana plantation, Senorita Donnelly.
Oh, not in bananas, I hope. Say, look, seeing you owe me so much dough, why don't you just call me Lee?
Lee? That's a very funny name for a girl. Where you come from, huh?
Chicago. I spent my last thin dime getting to this burg for a dancing job at the Hotel National.
Ah, it's too bad.
But yesterday, that Steve Case, who seems to be the hot tamale around here, had me canned and thrown in this jug.
Why? Senor Case no like the way you shuffle your feet?
No, Senor Case no like the way I shuffle a deck. I started a poker game with the boys, and he got sore just because I dealt a couple of cards off the bottom.
Oh, you do, huh?
Hey, what have they got you in here for, Rosie?
They say I am a bandito because I do not like Senor Case and the fruit company.
No kidding.
Well, I wanted to take back what belonged to me and my friends. Case have me arrested just because I shoot a man.
Out of season, huh? The stork that brought him must have been a vulture.
See. Ah, look who's here, our jailer, Captain Rodriguez.
Hi, Roddy. How's chances of getting out of this lost and found department?
Silence, Senorita Cardchapper. Rosario, I have good news. You can stop the hunger strike.
For why?
Because no longer you have to worry about the eating. We're going to shoot you.
Say, if he can get out of here, so can... Huh? Oh, I was only kidding, General. I like it here.
Well, maybe it's just as good they shoot me, Senorita. I was getting hungry anyways.
Oh, too bad, Palsy.
You have been very charming company on my last day.
Sorry I didn't get here sooner. So long, Rosie.
Oh, Senorita, before I go, I give you this ring. Where I am going, I will not need it.
Afraid it'll melt?
Maybe, perhaps. Here, I give it to you. Adios, senorita.
Thanks and good shooting, Rosie. And if I ever get the chance, I'll suck that guy Case a good one for you.
But it's your friend, Mr. Case. I say, don't you let Nick Butler take that boat back to the States.
Will you forget that chromium-plated punk? Nick Butler's not the only foreman in the world.
He's the only one who can produce on Plantation 7. Now, look, Mr. Case, it really wasn't Nick's fault about that little Spanish number with the revolving eyes.
He's a gilt-edged chiseler. I love that dame. I think.
But didn't he warn you the girl was single?
Well, he didn't have to prove it personally, did he? Don't ever mention his name to me again. Sooner that two-timing little tramp gets out of Porter Aguilar, the better I like it. Hello.
Mr. Case, I wish to report about the bandito, Rosario.
You shot him. Okay, that's the end of him.
No, Mr. Case, we did not shoot Rosario.
What? Why not?
He was rescued by his brave followers and right from under the nose of my firing squad, too. What daring, what loyalty. What a bad break.
Yeah. Well, isn't that just fine and dandy? What about that Donnelly dame? I suppose her mob ran down from Chicago and rescued her, too.
No, Mr. Case, the girl is on her way to the boat.
Well, she'd better be, and you start looking for Rosario. Goodbye. Rosario's loose again.
Oh, that's bad. If he starts raiding, production at Plantation 7 will drop to nothing.
Don't I know it? Nick's the only gink in the world who can get that fruit moving now. Hey, you know, maybe it wouldn't hurt to go down and wish that heel bon voyage. Hey, Sam, get the drinks out. I'll be back in an hour with Nick Butler.
Will you stop pushing me up the gangplank of this boat?
Listen, sister, I'm captain of this banana scow, and I only take orders from Steve Case. He says you go back to the States, so get a move on.
You shove me again, and you'll be wearing this suitcase for a necklace.
Come on.
Just a second. Having trouble, babe?
This monkey's pushing me around like a poker chip.
Listen, mister, stay out of this.
Pardon me, lady. And overboard! I'm Nick Butler, chairman of the shuffleboard committee. Can we count on you for our tournament?
I'm afraid you play a little rough, but thanks.
I can always ease up with the ladies, Mr.
Donnelly, Lee Donnelly.
Pleasure.
Are you bound for the States, too?
They're at the end of the line. I have a hunch it won't be a very long trip. Not now.
Hey, Nick! Hey, Nick! I think that man coming up the gangplank's trying to get your attention.
Baby, with you around, he hasn't got a chance.
Oh, well, I guess I'd better find my cabin. I'll see you later.
It's a date, and don't forget.
Nick! Hey, hello, Nick.
Well, if it isn't the captain of the All-American Rat Team. Mr. Steve Case.
Hiya, Nick, old boy. You're looking swell.
That's not your fault. You know, sweetheart, I ought to belt you right in the puss for sending me down to that swamp.
Nah, Nick, that's no way to talk to your old pal.
Don't waste the soft music on me, Jocko. You sent me down there hoping I'd kick off. Just to get even with me for taking your Spanish cutie.
The same old Nick, ain't you? Always ribbon. But look, pal, let's both go over to the office where we can talk this over. I'll buy a drink.
Okay, you can buy me a drink. I want to see you squirm when you pay for it.
Okay, swell.
Well, listen, sweetheart. You can argue till you're black in the face. But this boat sails at midnight, and little Nicky goes with it.
Look, you just can't take an office job.
No?
Just imagine, married to a buzzer on your desk. And you go in one office. You go in another office. Good old Nick Butler, choked to death by a white collar.
Doe's good, and I'll be general manager of Coast to Coast Store.
Here, have another drink.
Thanks.
You know, you won't be happy away from here, Nicky. You need the fruit company, and the fruit company needs you. I need you, Nick. I do need you, boy. Rosario's loose again. You're the only gink that can keep those bananas moving while that bum is on the rampage.
Well, guess I better be getting down the boat.
Nick, now wait. You could use some money, couldn't you?
Sure, why?
I'll give you $1,000 bonus to move the fruit off Plantation 7.
How long do I have to stay?
2 weeks.
When do I get the $1,000?
Well, $200 right now to find the bargain. The rest the first thing in the morning.
Well, I've got an idea. I'm letting myself in for a 14-carat massage. Listen to your fast and fancy talk, but...
Well, come on.
All right, it's a deal. Give me the $200.
Right here. By the way, Nicky, your room's number 9.
What room?
At the hotel. I reserved it for you this afternoon. I had your baggage sent up here from the hotel.
Why, you rat! You dirty junk!
Don't bother to thank me, Nicky. Anything for a pal.
Now, tomorrow I'll put you on the train for the plantation. Now, go on. You trot over to your room and get yourself a good night's sleep.
5, 7, 9. Room 9. Now, where's the light? Hey, what goes on?
Don't shoot, mister.
Well, you're the first sneak thief I ever met who spoke soprano. Just dance till I find the light switch. Well, what do you know?
Hello.
Miss,
It's still Donnelly, Lee Donnelly. We met on the boat this morning.
Oh, sure.
This was the first window I found unlocked.
You running away from something?
Only the whole police force. That guy Case wants to deport me back to the States.
You mean you know one of them?
Say, I got tired starving to death up there.
Well, what have you gained by jumping the boat? They're going to nab you anyway.
It's okay. The next boat's going my way. Panama, Rio, Buenos Aires. All I have to do is duck Mr. Case and his campfire boys until it fails. Then get pinched again just in time to be thrown aboard. Say, what about you? Aren't you sailing tonight?
I've changed my mind. I'm staying on for 2 weeks. I pull off at the plantation in the morning.
Any chance of me going along?
Well, now, look, honey, I'd like to take you, but a plantation's no place for a woman. You'd be better off in jail.
Not that jail. Even the cockroaches won't visit it on slumming parties.
Look, baby, I don't like to see a nice, understanding girl like you in a jam. I'll talk to Case himself in the morning. You'll be treated all right. I'll tell him I'm an old friend of yours.
How old?
Oh, old enough to know you real well. This well.
For the tropics, you work pretty fast, don't you?
I don't hold up traffic.
Don't get your signals mixed, mister. That light in my eye says stop.
Pardon me for being colorblind. Say, that's a nice ring you've got there.
Like it?
Sure. I used to have one just like it. Lost it in a brawl to a guy named Rosario.
Rosario?
Yeah. I always liked my ring. Best I ever had. Tell you what I'll do. I'll cut the cards for yours. If I win, the ring's mine. If you win, I'll give you $20.
Oh, I don't want to gamble. If you like the ring, you can have it.
Look, sweetheart, if I want to cut cards for it, who you'd argue?
Okay, you asked for it.
A one-eyed Jack.
The Red King.
What, again? Well, that cleans me out, baby. You sure took my $200 for a fast ride.
I guess I'm just lucky. Beginner's luck.
Yeah? Who is it?
Me, Case.
This is where I came in.
Quick, baby, out the window and down the fire escape. I'll hold them off till you get away.
Thanks. Here's something to remember me by.
That's a real forget-me-not.
So long, handsome.
Hey, open up, will you?
I'm coming. What's the idea of waking me up in the middle of the night? What do you want?
I'm looking for a girl. Have you seen a girl?
What kind of a girl?
Oh, a dame. A dame that was being deported, and she jumped the boat.
Why don't you deport somebody your own size?
I won't deport her. I'm going to have a shot.
Is that all you got to do? Chase a poor innocent girl around?
Innocent? Huh. That dame's the cleverest card cheat that ever hit this town.
So what? Is that any reason? What did you say?
I said she's a card sharper.
Why, the double-crossing little...
Huh?
Come on!
What?
What are you waiting for? You want the dame to get away?
Well,
just wait till I get my hands on her. You're not going to shoot her. I am.
And so the Gulf curtain falls on Act 1 of Torrid Zone. In the few seconds before Act 2 of our Gulf Theater production, we'd like to test your powers of observation with a question. All yours, Bud.
Thank you, Raj. Did any of you folks ever see molasses in cold weather? You ever notice how it gets sort of gummy and thick? Well, cold weather has almost the same effect on the lubricants in your automobile. So unless you get your car specially lubricated for winter, it'll most likely be stiff in the joints generally, far from easy riding, and you may have trouble shifting gears. That's why I suggest that you get Gulf Winter Guard service tomorrow. Let your good Gulf dealer put special winter-grade lubricants in your transmission and differential, and let him Gulf Flex your chassis. Then, no matter how cold it gets, your car will ride easily, steer easily, and your gears will shift smoothly. Yes, and with Gulf Winter Guard service, you also get a permanent-type antifreeze in your radiator, free-flowing Gulf Pride motor oil in your crankcase, and quick-starting Gulf No-Nox gasoline in your gas tank. So for a swell-running, swell-riding, quick-starting automobile, stop at the sign of the Gulf Orange Disc and get Gulf Winter Guard service.
Now the curtain of the Gulf Screen Guild Theater is ready to rise on the second act of tonight's play, Torrid Zone, starring James Cagney as Nick Butler, Joan Bennett as Lee Donnelly, Brian Donlevy as Steve Case, and George Tobias as Rosario, the greatest bandit in all Puerto Aguilar. It's the next afternoon. Rosario is still at large, and Nick and Steve's search for the attractive card shopper Lee Donnelly has been fruitless. Nick has just stepped off the train at the plantation to take over his managerial duties as Wally Shaffer, one of the foremen, approaches.
Hiya, Wally.
Nick, welcome back to number 7.
I never thought I'd have to see this banana garden again. How many men you got working? I promised Case I'd double production.
No, we're short-handed, Nick. 20 of the boys took a run-out powder in the night.
You and Rosario, huh?
That guy loose again?
Yeah, so keep your eyes open. Charlie!
Yeah, Nick?
Keep steam up in that engine. You're rolling back to Puerto Aguilar sometime tonight with a load.
Okay.
Case is going to have to buy a new boiler. I wonder how long it took us to crawl down here this morning.
6 hours and 31 minutes.
Yeah, that's just about what I thought. Hey, who said that?
Well, it wasn't me. Sounded like it came from that fruit car.
Come on out of there. Hurry up.
Oh, hello.
A girl.
No, a dame. So you copped a hitch, huh?
Yeah, the engineer happened to be going my way. You glad to see me?
I sure am. Come on, fork over that dough.
What are you talking about?
The $200 you clipped me for last night.
Oh, I never tagged you for a bad loser, Hanson.
No? Well, I never tagged you for a phony shuffle. Come on, hand over that dough.
I haven't got it.
Huh. Do I have to flip you upside down and shake it out of you?
Mind if I stand here and watch?
Now, look, I just told you.
Okay, sweetheart.
Oh, all right, Samson. Let go of me. I'll give it to you. Here.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I won't. 10, 20, 40.
Don't strain your mathematics. It's all there.
Right. Now listen. If you think you're going to use this plantation as a hideout, you're daffy.
You aren't going to ship me back to the clink.
I sure am, sister, on the train tonight.
Oh, why don't you give me a break? Have you ever been in that flea trap?
No. I always deal my cards off the top.
Have it your own way. I'll only be there a few days.
If I can fix it, you'll be locked in there till you can double for Whistler's mother.
What's that?
Hey.
What's that?
It's a raid. Rosario, get inside.
Get inside yourself.
You heard me? Out.
Nick, what's the matter? Nick!
Careful, will you?
Do you want this bullet hole fixed, or do you want gangrene to set in?
Look, baby, it's my shoulder. That soft part is my lung.
What's the matter with you? Don't you know enough to duck when you see one of Rosario's bullets coming? There. How's that?
Swell. You know, you'd be a pretty good guy if you weren't around so much at the wrong time.
What would be your idea of the right time?
Any time after I get back to the States. Look me up in Chicago, will you?
Where'd you dream up the Chicago business? Who do you think you're kidding?
I'm not kidding. I'm heading out of here in 2 weeks.
You don't belong in Chicago. You belong right here.
You're nuts.
You love it here. The excitement. You even love fighting with Case. You'll never be happy anywhere else.
Never mind about me. Look, I suppose you're flat broke.
Yeah. Why?
Well, that $200, I wasn't sore about losing it. I just hate to be taken for a sucker. Here, you may need it.
You mean... Oh, gee, Nick.
Go on, take it.
Oh, you're a great guy.
I'm a mug, a heel, and a muslin. Now go on. Your train's waiting. Beat it.
Boss. Hey, boss.
What do you want, Wally?
I got Rosario. He's tied up in a supply shed.
Good. What about his gang? Did they get away with anything?
No, only some canned stuff in the train.
Oh, well, we can't kick about... The what?
The train. They stole our train.
Well. It looks as though Florence Nightingale stays among the bananas. I'm so sorry, Nick.
Yeah, you look it. All right, sister. Hand it over.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Since you've got to stick around here, you can hand back my $200.
Hey, Rosario.
Huh?
Shh. Me, your old jailmate.
Senorita Dudley, come in. This time my hands, the door is no lock. Ah, Senorita, I'm so glad to see you. You are not mad with me.
No, why should I be?
Because I have not paid back the $200 I owe you from the jail.
Oh, forget it, Rosie.
Always just before I kill you come into my life. It must be fate.
No, it's just that I want to look at a guy who ought to feel worse than I do.
Senorita, you know feel good?
No, I know feel good.
Oh, it's too bad. It's too bad I'm locked up or you could come away with me, huh? I would teach you how to forget your trouble.
Rosie, let's not spoil our beautiful friendship.
Confidentially, as a lover, I have not had a bad complaint in all Central America.
Just keep on pitching and you may get a tryout in the big leagues. But I should be handing out advice to the lovelorn.
Oh, some man has jolted you.
You can't be jilted if you don't even get a tumble.
You mean Senor Butler, maybe, perhaps?
Yeah, no maybe, perhaps about it.
Senorita, I cannot understand it. There is an old native proverb. Beautiful horses always love mules.
Guess I was just born a dope, Rosie. Oh, by the way, thanks for shooting Nick the other night.
Oh, it was nothing. What do you mean, thanks?
I've been taking care of the bullet wound the last 2 days, and a couple of times he almost kissed me.
Oh, well, maybe tomorrow or the next day.
Nope, not a chance. Word just came through that Steve Case is on his way down here. That'll be my finish.
Senorita, you have hit your head on the nail. It will be the finish for both of us.
Rosario, what am I going to do?
Oh, don't worry, senorita. I, Rosario, the greatest bandito in all Central America, will give the problem of Senor Case the benefit of my personal attention.
Hey, where is everybody? Hey, is this a banana plantation or a rest home? Hey, you, what's your name?
I'm Wally, Mr. Case.
Oh, all right. Where's Nick Butler?
In there, Mr. Case. He's asleep.
Asleep? I'll fix that. Why, that's no good. Well, good morning, dearie. Would you like your breakfast served in bed? Get out of there, Nick. Come on, get up, will you?
Hey, let go of my blanket. Get out of here, you wet-footed...
Hey, look, what are you doing? Rehearsing for that soft job in Chicago?
Haven't you got eyes, you moron? Can't you see the bandage on my shoulder?
Yeah. You got hit by a bottle, huh?
I was shot, you lunatic, by Rosario.
Don't make me laugh.
He's tied up in the storehouse. How do you like that?
Well, I didn't want bananas. I wanted bananas, not bandits. I don't know why I ever trusted a man who spends half his life in bed.
That settles it. I quit. I'm going back to town.
Wait a minute now, Nicky. Take it easy, baby. You're talking a little wild.
You still owe me $800 on that $1,000 bonus you promised me. Come on, come across.
What goal? You quit, didn't you? All right, I don't owe you anything. All right. But now, look, listen, Nicky, if you want to
Nothing doing. I'm packing, getting out right now.
All right. Go on, run away. Forget our beautiful friendship. Go ahead, leave me in the soup. But let me tell you, Nicky, everything you're tossing into that suitcase is breaking my heart.
Yeah, well, shed a few tears over these socks and these shirts and this underwear, Jocko.
Oh, now, Nicky, please, look, listen to reason, will you?
Hello, Nick. I hear the Mad Emperor's around. Oh, excuse me.
Well, Miss Donnelly, as I live and breathe.
Hello.
Well, my. Now I'm beginning to see things. No wonder you haven't got time to pick bananas, Nick. I couldn't expect you to concentrate on my business and a dame at the same time.
Now, you listen to me, Case.
And do you know that she's a fugitive from justice? I'm going to turn you over to the police for harboring her.
Don't make me laugh. You can't hold me with that one.
Well, no. I guess you're right, Nicky. Well, I know when I'm beaten. You go on back to Chicago, Nick. Good luck to you.
Yeah, it's a very touching speech, Mr. Case. We'll think of it when we're on the boat.
I'm sorry, Miss Donnelly, but you're not going on the boat.
What are you trying to pull now?
She accidentally struck a sailor with a wrench the night she jumped the boat. The poor fella's got a 4-inch gash in his head. He's liable to check out any minute.
But all I did was...
Yeah, I know. You didn't mean to do it, but you can't laugh off a cracked skull. I'm sorry.
But it was an accident, Steve.
Yeah, now look, Nick, this isn't your problem. Just because a poor friendless girl is in a jam is no reason why you shouldn't go to Chicago. Now, I'll do the best I can.
Oh.
Hey, what is this?
This is a putting up of the hands.
Rosario.
Hello, long drawers. I thought they said they had you tied up.
A pleasant surprise, no? Now, senors, you see the tables are inside out.
Hey, Nick, here's that $800 I owe you.
I thought it would take something like this to get it out of you.
I'll take it. Thank you very much. Here, Miss Donnelly, is the $200 I owe you. The rest I saved for a rainstorm.
Listen, Rosario, what do you think you're going to do?
To you, Senor Butler, nothing. And you know why? Because this beautiful girl, she love you. Why, I don't know, but she says she do.
Come on, get down to business. What do you want?
I want to make things good for this girl. You, Senor Case, want to put her in jail, so I shoot you.
Don't try to bluff me, Rosario.
Honest, I don't bluff you. I only shoot you.
Listen, Rosie, you'll never get your land back this way.
I never get it back anyway, but I shoot him just for fun. Senor Case, you will please get ready to die.
Look out behind you, Rosario.
Get him, Nick. Hang on on Nick!
Look out!
Don't let him get away!
Don't just stand here, you big baboon. Go out there on the porch and help Nick. You want Rosario to kill him?
Nick can handle him, all right.
But suppose...
Shut up and listen to me. You in love with Nick?
Sure I am.
Do you want him?
Yes, but...
Well, I want him, too, and he belongs here on this plantation. I'll lie down here on this couch and start groaning.
Hey, what's the idea?
Don't argue. Just start groaning and hold his handkerchief to your side, quick.
I don't trust you. What about that sailor?
Ah, that was just a gag. Will you start groaning? Here comes Nick. Hurry up.
Oh.
That's good.
He's put right on my hands and feet.
Oh.
Hey, Lee, what's the matter, baby? You hurt?
Yeah, hurt bad, Nick. That wild bullet from Rosario's gun got her in the side.
It did?
Yeah. Nick, you can't leave her now. You've got to stay with her until at least I can move her to the jail.
Well, if I stay for good, could you fix it so she didn't have to go to jail?
Oh, yeah, I guess so, under the circumstances. I think I could fix it for your sake.
It's a deal. I'll stay.
Boy, Nick. I knew you'd come through. I'll go right into town and draw up a new contract, Nicky, and I'll send out a doctor. Go on.
Oh, Lee, baby, how do you feel?
It hurts.
Let's see where you got hit.
No, it's too serious for first aid treatment. Oh, thanks for staying, Nick. It would be terrible to be sick here without you.
It would, huh? Get up off that couch, you phony.
Hey, what's the idea of dumping me on the floor?
I want to lie down.
But I'm wounded.
With what?
Rosario's bullet.
There was only one bullet fired, and I caught it right in my wrist.
Nick.
Oh, I'm not going to die, baby.
Oh, Nick. Darling, Nicky.
Come on, turn off the tears. And don't stand there. Go get some water, some bandage, and some iodine.
Yes, Nicky.
Wait a minute. Come on. Hand it over, baby.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Hand over my $200 you just got from Rosario.
Thank you, James Cagney, Joan Bennett, Brian Donlevy, and George Tobias.
Yes, sir, you were all absolutely splendid. Especially you, Joan. Not only did I find your portrayal magnificent, but your beauty enthralled me as well.
Oh, no, you don't. I heard you last week when you said those pretty things to Marlena Dietrich, just so that she'd kiss you. I suppose you expect me to kiss you, too.
Why, Joan, I wasn't even thinking of that. Of course, if you want to kiss me... I say, if you want to kiss me... Oh. Well, there are lots of other women listening in. I could talk to them.
Well, why don't you?
Oh. Well, I will. Hello, all you ladies out there. Get him. Well, ladies, here's a little good advice for all of you who drive cars. You know, it's tough when a man can't get his car started in cold weather, but it's even worse for you women folks. So to help you out, I'd like to explain that quick starting depends primarily on two things. 1, how quickly your motor turns over when you step on the starter. 2, how quickly your gasoline fires in the cylinders. That's why you should be sure to use winter-grade Gulf Pride motor oil and Gulf No-Nox gasoline. Gulf Pride is a free-flowing motor oil. It actually helps your motor turn over more quickly instead of holding it back as some motor oils do in cold weather. And Gulf No-Nox gasoline has such a high anti-knock rating that it fires instantly, even in stone-cold cylinders. So if you women, and you men too, want real quick starting, just drive in at the sign of the Gulf Orange Disc. Have your crankcase filled with Gulf Pride motor oil and your gas tank filled with Gulf No-Nox. Remember, with Gulf Pride and Gulf No-Nox, you can step on the starter and go.
Next Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen, the Gulf Theater will bring you Seventh Heaven, one of the great love stories of all times. A story that has thrilled 3 generations. The stars, Tyrone Power and Annabella. You'll hear them as Chico and Diane, the 2 lovers who find happiness in the slums of a great city. So be sure to listen next Sunday night when the Gulf Screen Guild Theater presents Tyrone Power and Annabella in Seventh Heaven. Until then, this is Roger Pryor saying good night, everyone, for your neighborhood Good Gulf dealer.
Joan Bennett can soon be seen in Santa Monte Cristo from United Artists. James Cagney's latest is Strawberry Blonde at Warner Brothers. Brian Donlevy is shooting I Wanted Wings at Paramount. And George Tobias will soon be seen in Warner's South of Suez. Bud Easton speaking. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Tyrone Power, Annabella.
the Gulf Screen Guild Theater. Your host and director of the Star's own theater, Roger Pryor.
Good evening, everyone. Your neighborhood good Gulf dealer and the Gulf Oil Companies invite you to spend another evening with us here in the Gulf Screen Guild Theater. We think you'll like the show we have for you tonight because our stars are Annabella and Tyrone Power. You'll hear them in one of the most beautiful love stories ever told, Seventh Heaven. This story has been adapted for radio by Harry Cronman. Annabella and Tyrone, like all the famous stars who appear here in the Gulf Theater, are donating their talents, so that in return, Gulf can give generously to the Motion Picture Relief Fund. And the fund, you know, provides the necessities of life for any person in the picture industry who may be unable to provide for himself. It's a great work, and Gulf is proud to be a part of it. That applause, ladies and gentlemen, is for Annabella and Tyrone Power, who have just entered the Gulf stage and have taken their places before the Gulf microphone. And now, Frank Tours cues Oscar Bradley's Gulf Orchestra in the opening theme, and we present Seventh Heaven, starring Tyrone Power as Chico and Annabella as Diane. The old Paris, the Paris of 1914. Gay boulevards, laughter, and lights. But hidden from the tourist's eyes are the dark and shabby slums. And in this section, there's no street more gloomy, more crooked, or more ugly than the narrow little alley called the Sock. It's a street of brutal tempers, flashing knives. A street of sudden, sharp alarms. A street that takes its pleasure at a tawdry, cheap cafe mockingly called the Hole in the Sock. Not far from the cafe, we find Chico. Chico the sewer man, who works in the dark all day beneath the streets of Paris. Seated on the curb, he's eating his supper. Sausage, a bit of cheese, an onion, and some good red wine. And he's dreaming of a far-off day when his great ambition may be realized, to be a street cleaner. Father Chevillon, ancient and benign, who is passing by, stops to speak with Chico.
Good evening, Chico.
Oh, good evening, Citizen Priest.
I haven't seen you at church in a long time, my son.
You want to know why, Father Chevillon? Because I've become an atheist.
An atheist? Not really. Well, I'm delighted to know that, Chico.
Huh?
I've always wanted to get my hands on a thoroughgoing atheist. You, are thoroughgoing, aren't you?
Certainly. I'm a very remarkable fellow.
Good. Now, just why are you an atheist? Did you ever give religion a chance?
Naturally. The Lord himself couldn't ask for a fairer test.
What was that test?
I went to the cathedral and bought the largest candle they had. It cost 6 francs.
6 francs?
Then I asked God to make me a street cleaner so I could do my work up here in the fresh air among people. And what happened?
Well, what?
Nothing at all.
Oh.
And then I wanted something else.
Ah?
I lit another candle for 6 francs more.
What was that one for?
I wanted a wife.
Oh.
Oh, not just any kind of a wife. A remarkable fellow like me needs a remarkable wife. Well, anyway, almost as remarkable.
I see. Did the Lord answer that wish?
No more than he did the first one. So you see, he owes me 12 francs. That's why I'm an atheist.
What is that?
Trouble again at the Hole in the Sock.
Isn't that one of the cafe girls?
Yes, and what a beating she's getting.
We must stop that, Chico.
Why, cafe girls are all alike. Lying, cheating, getting men drunk, and then robbing them.
Chico, she's running this way.
I will take you. I will take you far away. I'll take you to bed for help. I'll take you in.
Just a minute now.
Stay out of this, Chico. Stand aside, all
Wait a
right?
minute.
No, let go of me.
I'll let you go. Head first into the sewer.
Oh, no, not in the sewer.
Very well, then. Will you promise
Yes,
not...
yes, I promise anything.
That's better. There. Now, listen. If you ever abuse this girl again, I'll come after you and cut out your gizzard.
Oh, no.
Now, get out of here.
Yes.
Quick.
That's where I go.
Look at her run, Chico.
Oh, what did I do that for?
You were like a lion, Chico. So fast and strong.
I don't know why I did it.
It was a good deed, Chico. You'll get your reward in heaven.
Ha!
Now about that candle you burned, the one for the job of street cleaner. I'll write a note on this card.
Note? Why?
If you take it tomorrow to the commissioner, God will make you a street cleaner.
What?
Yes. And here is a small gift. 2 silver medals of St. John and St. Agnes to protect you from danger on your new job.
But why do you do this, Father? I'm still an atheist, you know.
Oh, are you? Well, I think, Chico, that the Lord has a sense of humor, and the joke is on you.
Oh, is it? He still owes me 6 francs for the second candle.
Well, does he? Well, good night, my dear. Good night, Chico. Good night.
Hey, wait! You mean for my 6 francs the Lord has sent me this frowsy kitten, this cafe mouse? I won't take her, do you hear me? I won't! Hold on, stop that.
No, let me go.
Put down that knife.
No.
Drop it, I say. There, that's better. Shame on you, trying to kill yourself with the very knife I use for my supper.
You can't stop me. I'll go and throw myself in the river.
Go ahead, see if I care. Go on, jump in the river.
I will. I want to die.
I should think you would. Hey, wait! Wait, I tell you. Now, where do you think you're going?
Oh, please, leave me alone.
That's what I should do. I don't even know why I came after you. Why do you want to take your life?
I've had enough of it.
That woman who was beating you, she owns the cafe?
Yes, she's my sister.
Well, why don't you run away from her?
Where would I go?
You could get a job. You could find some fellow who'd...
Would marry me? Who'd want a cafe girl?
You don't like it in there, do you?
Oh, no. That's why she whipped me. One of the men, he tried to kiss me. I threw some wine in his face.
Well, if you did that, you're not really bad. What's your name?
Diane.
My name's Chico.
Chico?
I'm really a very remarkable fellow.
Chico what?
Just Chico, your friend.
My friend?
Yes, I know I'll regret it, but I can't help it.
Oh, the gendarme.
Don't be afraid.
Just a moment, please. Aren't you the girl who caused the trouble at the cafe?
No, she isn't.
I'm not talking to you. Where do you work, mademoiselle?
I have no work.
Come along.
Wait. You can't arrest her.
Be quiet.
But I tell you, you can't take her to jail.
No?
No. And you'd better be careful what you say about her.
Is that so?
Yes. You can't talk that way to her.
Why?
Because...
Because why?
Because, well, this girl, she's my wife.
I'm not very used to climbing so many stairs. 6 flights.
It's only one more.
Oh.
Why should this happen to me? I don't even know why I said you were my wife. It just slipped out.
Oh, I don't want to worry you. I can go away.
But you can't. The gendarme took my address. He'll come to check up. And if he finds out I lied to him, I'll never become a street cleaner.
If I could just stay, just until he comes and say I'm your wife.
He'll search the records. Our marriage won't be listed.
Can't you say we were married in Italy or somewhere?
Well, that's an idea. You know, you have a good head.
You have a good heart.
Well, here we are. This is my garret. Well, how do you like it?
It's lovely.
Only one room, of course, but look at the view from my window.
We're almost as high as the stars.
Well, when you work in the sewers all day, you want to be close to the stars at night. This is my back door.
The window?
Uh-huh. You see this plank? That takes me over to the next roof when I want to visit my friends. Come on, I'll show you.
Oh, no, please.
Now, look, if you're going to stay here, you'll have to stop being afraid.
I'll try.
Good. Here, take my hand.
Oh, that cat.
That's only Grisette. Are you frightened of everything? Well, never mind. What do you think of my place?
Oh, I think it's very much like heaven.
Huh? Look here now. You're not taking this seriously, are you? You know, I only brought you here because I had to.
Oh, yes, of course.
You're not going to take advantage of me?
Oh, no, I won't do that.
Well, just so we understand each other. You'll find the bed quite comfortable.
But what about you?
I'll walk out my back door, cross my plank, and beg a bed from my friends. See you in the morning.
Oh, be careful.
Good night.
Good night, Chico.
Doing my washing, Diane.
But I like to do it, Chico.
Did the gendarme call?
No, not yet. not yet.
Me, Deanne? This beautiful cake?
For your birthday.
Oh, it's much too nice to eat. Any visitors today?
No, the gendarme didn't call, Chico.
You're really very, very attractive, Deanne.
Am I, Chico?
Yes, it's strange, but every day during the past 3 weeks you've become prettier and prettier.
Oh, I'm so glad you think so.
Well, I do think so. I wonder what would happen if that gendarme never came.
Come in.
Good evening, madame. I presume that you remember me?
Yes, you're the gendarme.
Yes, the gendarme who thought you were the girl from the cafe. I hope you've forgiven me, Madame Chico.
Yes, of course.
Well, this is my first and last visit, madame. It's no fun to climb those 6 flights of steps. Well, good night, madame. And my compliments to your husband, Monsieur Chico.
It's come. It's happened. It couldn't last. It couldn't. Goodbye, Chico.
Brisson, what do you think?
I think you're crazy to run up 6 flights of stairs like that.
But I am a street cleaner, Frisson. The miracle has happened.
Chico, there is something I have to tell you.
Later, Frisson. First I must tell Deanne the great news. Deanne, I passed the test. Come out from behind that washroom curtain and feast your eyes on this remarkable street cleaner. Deanne, do you hear me? I said... Frisson, where is she?
She has gone, Chico.
Gone? Gone where?
I don't know. She left an hour ago and she was crying.
Oh, when will she be back?
Who knows? Maybe she's gone for good, Chico.
But she can't get along without me. She belongs here. I've got to find her, Frisson. I've got to find her and bring her home.
Just heard Act 1 of our Gulf Theater production, Seventh Heaven. In just a moment, the Gulf curtain will rise on Act 2. While we're waiting, see if you don't agree with Bud Heaston, who says...
I don't have to tell you that every make of automobile is different. You can tell that just by looking at the different models. Yes, and because they're different, they've got to be lubricated differently. That's why you should make a point this winter of getting your car serviced at your Good Gulf dealers. Your Good Gulf dealer is ready with those special Gulflex lubricants. And he has a special chart covering your particular make and model of car and telling exactly what points to lubricate and which of the 5 different Gulflex lubricants to use. Naturally, he'll give you winter-grade lubricants all around. For instance, in your differential and transmission, so that even in the coldest weather, your gears will always work easily. He'll Gulflex your chassis so that your car will steer easily and ride quietly and gently. So, especially now, during the winter, when the right kind of lubrication is more important than ever, stop at the sign of the Gulf Orange Disc and put your car in the hands of an expert, your neighborhood Good Gulf dealer.
And now the curtain of the Gulf Theater is ready to rise on the second act of Seventh Heaven, starring Tyrone Power as Chico and Annabella as Deanne. It's a few hours later. Chico has found Deanne, the cafe girl he rescued one night and took to his garret, and who ran away when she believed he no longer needed her. As our scene opens, Chico is making me go searching for you.
I might have been looking yet if luck hadn't been with me.
Oh, please, Chico, don't be angry.
Why did you run away? Will you tell me that?
The gendarme came at last. Now there is no need for me to pretend I am your wife.
We'll talk about that when we get home.
Oh, please, Chico, let me go back. You are going to be something. I'll only drag you down.
Nobody can drag me down. Understand?
Yes, Chico, only...
Only nothing. take my arm and walk beside me like a good, respectable wife. You want these men ahead to think that there's something between us?
Yes, Chico. I mean, no, Chico.
Good evening, comrade. Putting up a notice?
Yes. You'd better read it, citizen. It's for all of us.
Chico, it's a notice to mobilize. That means...
Ah, exactly nothing. This is 1914. We're at peace. It's just another scare. Come, we have something important to celebrate. Tomorrow I'll be a street cleaner, and Paris will be more beautiful because of me.
Chico.
Hello.
You're home so early today. Is anything wrong?
I had a little business to attend to. Know what I've got in this box?
No. What is it?
It's Well, why don't you open it? It's for you.
For me? For me? Why? Why, it's a dress.
It's a wedding dress.
A wedding dress? For me?
For who else?
Oh, no. You can't mean... Oh, Chico.
What is there to cry about?
But you really want to marry me?
Yes?
Why?
I don't know.
You don't have to.
I know I don't.
Then I don't understand. You say you'll marry me, but you don't even... You don't...
Now what's the matter?
Oh, Chico, won't you say something?
Say something? What?
Just one word of love. To tell me you are not marrying me out of pity.
You want me to make love to you?
Oh, please.
I'd feel like an idiot. I can't... Well, all right. Just this once, no more. Deanne, you're... You know... I mean, well, before there was Chico and there was Deanne. Now there's only one of us.
One of us?
You see, it's nothing but arithmetic.
Oh, arithmetic?
Oh, now you're crying again. You asked me to make love to you, and look what happened. All right, let's try it this way, then. Look. Me, Chico. You, Deanne. This, heaven.
Say it again.
Chico, Deanne, heaven.
Say it again.
Chico, Deanne.
It is true. There is a heaven, and it's you.
Well, perhaps. I'm a very remarkable fellow. Well, sometimes I could reach right out and touch the stars. And then again, Oh, look here, this is no time to waste mooning. You've got to be ready by noon.
Noon?
Certainly. That's when we're going to be married.
Oh.
You know something? I'm glad you're going to be my wife. My wife.
Oh, say it again.
My wife. And Deanne.
Chico, oh, let us stay like this forever. Just like this, with your arms around me.
I love you, Deanne.
Oh, Chico, you said it. You said it all by yourself.
Where do you get so many tears?
I'm not used to being happy. It's funny. It hurts. Chico, hold me close. No, closer. Closer.
Chico, are you there? It's Brisson.
Oh, the janitor.
Come in, Frisson.
A letter for you, Chico. The postman left it this morning.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, Chico.
Why is he sorry, Chico? Who is it from?
It's from...
No, it couldn't be.
It's true, Deanne. I'm called. I've got to go with all the others. What's the matter with me? I'm all wobbly inside. I'm shaking it. Deanne, I'm afraid.
Afraid? But you taught me not to be afraid.
A moment ago, I owned the world, and now it's gone. That's why I'm afraid.
Look at me, Chico. I will make you brave.
You?
Yes. I will be beautiful for you, and strong for you, and wise for you. Oh, I surprise myself with what I am. See what you have made of me. I, too, am a very remarkable fellow. Like you, Chico, like you.
But what about the wedding? There's no time now. I'll have to report at once. I must know that you are my wife. Deanne, do you believe in God?
Yes, since he brought you to me.
If only I believed in him, we could be married now.
Isn't it enough, your wanting to believe in him?
Perhaps.
Look, Deanne. These silver medals that Father Chevillon gave me. We will marry ourselves with these. I'm an atheist, but I'll have to give God one more chance. Give me your hand. Dear God, perhaps you are here and perhaps you're not. But if there's any truth in the idea of you, please make this a true marriage. With this medal, I take you, Deanne, for my wife.
With this medal, I take you, Chico, for my husband. Forever.
Now we're married. I must go.
Wait, I'll get my shawl.
No. Stand still. Don't move. I want to see you last like this. Listen. The church bell says it's 11. I will come to you every morning at this hour, Deanne. I promise that every day you'll feel me with you. Goodbye, Deanne.
Oh, goodbye, Chico.
Goodbye, heaven. 11 o'clock. I'm with you, Deanne. 12 months and I'm still with you. I always will be. Chico, Deanne, heaven. Chico, Deanne, heaven.
Chico, Deanne, heaven. Chico, Deanne, heaven. 11 o'clock. 2 years, Chico. And you are still safe here in my heart. Chico, Deanne, heaven.
Deanne, heaven. 3 years gone. Wait for me, Diane. I'll come back to you. Chico, Deanne, heaven.
Chico, Deanne, heaven. Chico, Deanne. Oh! Chico, what is it? This pain in my heart. Chico, you all right? Yes, you must be all right. You're still with me, Chico. I can feel you here. Chico, Deanne, heaven. Chico, Deanne, heaven. Chico, Deanne, heaven.
She's firing. It must be the armistice.
It's you, Father Chevillon. Oh, come in.
Hello, dear.
I was just getting everything ready to celebrate the armistice when my Chico gets here.
Diane.
Look, I'm cooking onion soup for him.
My child.
Doesn't it smell good? His lunch will be ready by noon. Could he be here by then?
They don't just walk home the minute it's over, Diane.
You mean it might be a few days?
Perhaps longer than that.
Oh, no. I've waited for 4 years.
Diane, you must listen to me. I just came from the War Office. They were putting up the casualty lists. Chico's name was on the list.
You mean he's been hurt?
No, Diane. Killed in action.
Killed?
Several weeks ago. The lists are always late.
Oh, no, Father. It couldn't be. He was alive yesterday. He came to me.
I didn't want to tell you until I was sure.
But he can't be dead. He's come to me every day, just as before.
Remember what Chico taught you, my child. Courage.
Then he didn't come yesterday? No, the other day? I just imagined that he came.
He will always be with you, Diane.
Chico, Diane, heaven. And I was so sure. Oh, what nonsense. What childish nonsense.
God has not forgotten, my child. Look at those crowds down there on the street. In a few minutes more, the armistice will take effect. That means that thousands of men need not die today or tomorrow Can't you thank God for that?
Chico's dead.
He died for his country.
Chico's dead.
Let us pray, my child. Almighty
No.
God, to whom all...
For 4 years I have believed that God was protecting us. But there is nothing. It's all false. Chico was right. There is no God. There is nothing. 11 o'clock. Chico, Diane, heaven. Chico, Diane, he's alive. Father Chevignon is alive. I know it. He's here. Chico. Chico.
I came upstairs so carefully, I wanted to surprise you. Diane, where are you?
I'm right here, Chico. Here beside you.
Oh, Diane.
Chico, what is it? Oh, your eyes.
Diane, they can never take you from me. My eyes are still filled with you, Diane.
They tried to make me believe you were dead.
Not me, Diane. I'll never die. I'm too smart for them. And I'll see again, too. You'll find out. They can't keep me blind. I tell you, I'm a very remarkable fellow.
Chico!
Thank you, Annabella and Tyrone Power. Or should I say thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Power. You were really splendid.
Jerome and I have always wanted to do Seven Heaven together, Roger. Thank you and Gulf for the opportunity.
You know, Annabella, the last time I saw you and Tyrone was at the premiere of Ty's new picture, The Mark of Zorro, which incidentally was some picture.
Oh, I'll say it was. Boy, I never knew you could handle a sword the way you did in that picture, Ty. And the way you rode a horse. Say, what's the secret of riding a horse like that?
Well, there's no secret, Bud. You just sit in the saddle and pray to stay there. Then.
Oh. Well, the sitting part I can do, but the staying there, that's another story. Well, no thanks. I'll stick to my automobile. Horses are too much trouble.
Yeah, but an automobile can give you trouble, too, can't it?
Well, of course, a car can give you trouble. In the wintertime, for instance. Now, just imagine how you'd feel on a freezing winter morning when you're in a hurry to drive off to work or to go downtown to do your Christmas shopping, and your car wouldn't start. Boy, would you be mad. Well, to help keep that from happening to you, just remember two things. 1, quick-starting Gulf No-Nox gasoline for your gas tank. 2, Gulf Pride motor oil for your crankcase. Gulf Pride because it's always free-flowing. It always helps your motor turn over instead of holding it back as some motor oils do in cold weather. And Gulf No-Nox gasoline because it fires instantly, even in a stone-cold cylinder. So remember, just so you won't get caught with a car that won't start, ask your good Gulf dealer for Gulf's quick-starting twins, Gulf Pride motor oil, and Gulf No-Nox gasoline.
And now a word about next week's Gulf Screen Guild Theater program. Next week, Gulf brings you a special Christmas broadcast, a most unusual Christmas show featuring Anatole France's famous story, The Juggler of Notre Dame, with two of Hollywood's greatest stars, Nelson Eddy and Ronald Colman. So be sure that your whole family and your friends as well listen to our special Christmas broadcast from the stage of the Gulf Screen Guild Theater next Sunday. Until then, this is Roger Pryor speaking for your neighborhood good Gulf dealer.
Take it easy this winter. You don't have to worry about heating your home when you use Gulf Furnace Oil. You know that you'll get full heating value from every dollar and prompt, reliable delivery. Phone your nearest Gulf office or your Gulf Furnace Oil dealer. Don't forget next week the Gulf Theater Christmas program. Ronald Colman and Nelson Eddy in The Juggler of Notre Dame. Bud Easton speaking. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.